Webster Street.
When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's Group Therapy on 99.7 DJX.
All right, so if you're listening to this for the very first time, Kelly, describe what group therapy is all about.
This is kind of a place where you can come and get some unbiased advice on an issue you're facing. Like if, your family and friends are maybe confusing you more, you can come here and we'll try to help you out.
Yeah. So, Laura messaged us, and Laura, hey.
Hey,
thanks for talking to us. So what is your situation?
yeah, so I'm currently maintaining 4 online relationships with different men from around the world, and I've never really actually met any of the guys in person, but I feel like I have feelings for all of them. And I mean, most of our communication happens over Skype, but they all think that, we're exclusive, and I know that they would be furious if they ever found out about each other.
Okay.
But it's just like, I feel like I love the attention and nobody's getting hurt, so I just don't know if it's a big deal or not.
Okay, so her issue, Laura, thank you, by the way, is it doesn't see the harm, wants to know our thoughts on this whole thing.
Okay, well, Lindsay on Facebook said, so you're telling us you're basically a catfish. You don't see the harm, but you just said they'd all be furious if they found out. It's totally fine to not want a serious relationship, but you don't need to mess with people like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the real issue here is the fact that she just up front didn't say, hey, I'm casually dating. And so, or alluding to the fact that they would be exclusive with one another. Because
it's a lack of honesty.
Because, even in, I should say, real life, when you're dating...
Yes.
You can, as long as you're upfront and saying, hey, I'm dating people. I'm figuring out who, I like, I want to be around. So, we're not exclusive. Then I think that's okay.
Well, Lori made a really good point. Better question. What is even the point? Assuming that you never plan to tell any of them about the others and you're not breaking up with any of them, are you planning to meet any of them? If not, what a waste of time and energy.
Well, I don't know if it's a waste of time and energy if it leads to an end, Well,
that's what we're saying is like she hasn't really alluded to the fact that she's ever intending to actually see any of these people in real life in person.
Yeah.
So why are you doing this then?
April tweets.
If you don't want to have like an actual real relationship in person with somebody.
April tweets says, good for her. Okay.
Well, all right then. April's like, yeah.
I don't know.
You date lots of people online.
Yeah, if you maybe have a similar situation or you've dated online and can offer up some advice or whatever to Laura, that'd be great. That's what group therapy is about. 502-57. Kind of talking online dating here, and our listener, Laura, she is carrying on an online relationship, 4 different guys. They've never met in person, though she knows, they would be furious, she said, if they found out there was anyone else, let alone 3 others. She doesn't see anything wrong with this, but she wants to know our thoughts on it because apparently she's getting some flack from others.
Yeah, and a lot of people on Facebook are continuing to give the flack.
No
say,
way.
Hey, you got to be honest. At some point, Riley now, though, texted in and said, I think she's perfectly fine doing what she's doing. She knows that she's enjoying the attention, so she's not lying to herself, saying there's going to be more. And also, if these guys aren't pursuing to see her in person, then who's to say they aren't doing the same thing?
It's true.
If they're all over the country and they're not trying to meet her in person, then I don't see an issue.
I mean, I think also you have to put the shoe on the other foot. Like, okay, what if she found out one of the other guys were seeing 3 other women?
Right. Would she be upset about that?
Would she be upset? And then maybe then she can also kind of use that emotion to steer her in her decision.
Yeah. And Lisa said, no, this is happening to me right now with 3 local guys.
Get it, Lisa? Yeah.
I've told them all, I'm just ready for a friendship right now, but they all keep acting like we're going into a relationship. Sometimes it's not about what you keep conveying. It's about what they insist on hearing. This dating thing is stupid. But I think the difference with Lisa is she's being really honest that, about her intentions, that she just wants friendship right now. I don't think that's necessarily the case here.
Well, Lisa has obviously something those guys want. So,
holla. You got your pick, girl. You just, you
That's
let them She's like, you know what? She's a bachelorette. She's having her own little version of the Bachelorette, and she's got her pick.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we can say, look, what you're doing is horrible, but I can't say that like there aren't real emotions involved, because I feel like there are, because she even said she has feelings for all of them.
Well, yes. And, and again, we're not really sure how long this has been going on. And a lot of people had kind of mentioned that, like, if these guys are developing feelings, then at some point we need to start being honest. And also, are you ever intending to meet any of them in person? Because I feel like you have to if you're going to have an actual real relationship. Yeah,
I mean, I think that has to be the end game, is that you're kind of doing your own little online version of The Bachelorette, and you're figuring it out. And there's the end game is, okay, this guy, Bill over here, he is, my one that's going to get the rose. And the other ones, I'm just going to change my username and goodbye.
Exactly.
I mean, that's all you gotta
easiest
do.
breakup ever, right? You just have to, figure it out. Like, at some point, if you think there is potential with any of these guys, and you do want to, actually see each other in real life, in person, then we're going to have to start getting honest.
All right, good deal. If you want to leave your comment, that's where they go. Facebook at Ben and Kelly Show. We'll post up our conversation with Laura as well. That is Group Therapy.